Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody posted this on Facebook a couple of days ago. I just now saw it. The picture is pretty great picture because it's reference part. We don't need the two parts. And we don't know the size of this picture, but we're going to say a 9-inch plate and we'll adjust that later. So with the item selected, I'm going to take the crop tool and I'm going to just crop out this one side. And I've made a couple of these using a living hinge that really works out really well instead of doing this pattern, but this is probably easier. It's a little bit big, so let's make it smaller. It also said that it was for 1/4-inch wood. I don't like cutting out 1/4-inch wood unless I use MDF, and so I'm going to use it for 1/8-inch wood, but we're going to change that from that 8-inch. Well, that's one way we can find out how big this thing was. I'm going to go to Trace Bitmap, Outline Trace Clip Art, and you can see it doesn't trace where the flip. I'm going to brush up the detail. It's still not good, but I'm going to say okay and just see what it looks like. And see, it's terrible. So you can't really use this as a trace. But if you wanted something like this would be really easy to draw. We're not going to worry about the slot right now. I don't like tracing stuff by hand, but in this case, it's pretty easy. Whoop, got a little off there. Little mouse jiggle right before I press the button. And, this is one of those type deals to make it your own. Don't copy somebody else's design, which we're kind of doing, but we're going to make it our own. So I'm going to give that a 1/2-inch turn. I'm going to get back to the 2-point line. Sometimes you could actually use a rectangle in this case. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way here. And then we're going to add that circle later if you wanted to do it in a circle mode. I'm going to get back to my 3-point line and I'm going to go from there to there. Remember that we're making it our own, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like. I'm going to try to stay pretty close just in case the person wanted it kind of like that. One thing with the 3-point line, you don't want to go too far. So I'm just going to go here to here and holding down the control button, you get more of a perfect arch. We could probably go from here to here and then take your shape tool and just kind of move this down. If somebody was selling this design, it evidently been tested out. So we're hoping it works. And if I could find that living hinge one, I'll post it at the bottom of the video or post it later. We're almost done. This thing has a little bit of a slight turn to it, so I'm going to still use the 3-point curve line. Whoop, I got the freehand tool or the Bezier tool. I deleted all my lines because I went back. So I'm just going to kind of give this a little bit of a turn. Use the 3-point curve line again. I think, well, I've already got it. And just go like that and just give it a little bit of a, we'll straighten that out later. And then I'm going to just kind of finish this thing off, but I want it kind of straight. Well, I don't like that at all. What I'm going to do is go ahead and kind of finish it. I'm going to take that node and just bring it up to here. And now I'm going to take this node and just delete it and see what happens. That looks pretty good. I'm going to call that good. So I'm going to take my drawing out of the way and I have that shape. Now I didn't put the circle, but we can very easily add that. And at this time, I'm going to take my smoothing tool and I'm going to smooth out that circle just a little bit. Now I want my circle at the bottom of this. So I'm going to take an indexing line and put it right there. And then I can take my ellipse and just kind of put it at the bottom of that line and just take your virtual segment delete key and delete this. And look, you have that. Now use the Smart Fill tool to fill that in. What that did, it moved all the joined, basically welding it. Instead of having 3 objects, I've only got 1. So now I can left click, right click. We're going to go ahead and put in the slot first. I'm going to use 1/8 inch wood. So let's take this indexing line, put it right there, bring in another indexing line and put it like right there. And there's actually a macro to measure, but we're just going to take the, we're going to take the parallel dimension tool and we're going to grab that edge to that edge. And we're at 2.18 right now. So we need 1.09. So I'm going to take 1.09, and I'm going to take another indexing line right there, and I'm going to nudge it down that. So there's half of our distance. So we want to take an 1/8 inch piece of wood. So we'll just make that size, and we'll go 0.125. And it didn't matter that it was longer. Well, matter of fact, we can go ahead and make it with a ratio locked or unlocked. I can make that 2.18. And then I'll put it over here. So this slot is going to be the same on both parts, except for we want to take a 2-point line. And I'm just going to put it right on top of that indexing line. Now what I want to do, I'm going to change my nudge factor like to, that's less than a couple inches. I'm going to make it 3 inches. I'm going to make a duplicate of this and move this over. And then I'm going to take away these lines on this part and take away this line, virtual segment delete key. I always call it a key. It's not a key. Well, I didn't even have to take away that line. Whoop. See, it's better not to, because now I'm going to smart fill that. And there's our half of it. And then on this side, I want just the opposite. So I'm going to take away these lines and take away this. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the indexing lines because the indexing lines will stop cutting sometimes. And I didn't even really look to see if we're good, as far as that leg, but it is. And then I can take the smart fill tool and fill that in. And there's your 2 pieces. And that piece will fit on top of there, and it theoretically, don't do that with a smart fill tool. It ought to fit together. Now it's going to be at a 90-degree angle. Now let's take a line that's 9 inches. So we have, 9 inches. That's pretty big. And let's slope it back like 22.5 degrees. That might be too much, but you get where I'm going at. And I should have really probably done this before, but if you grab both these sections and then make them larger, and then just kind of put that plate there, so that's really too much of an angle. But if we take this right here and move the rotation to there, and I don't really have it even at the bottom yet. Let's take it and move it. Move this to the bottom with the 4-sided, and then angle it from that dimension. That's probably enough to hold the plate. So we're big enough. So, and if you want the pattern the same on both items, what I would do is take away the fill on both and add, and then I'm going to make one of them red, and I'm going to move one of them out of the way. Or I must have changed my nudge. I can't remember what my nudge was earlier. 2.18. I'm probably still not where I was. A little good trick. It's pretty symmetrical, so I can hit P and put it in the center of the page, and then that way it's there. Now I can change my nudge. Now, make your graphic whatever you want. I'm going to kind of mimic this, just in case that person wanted to mimic that. So let's take a an ellipse. Hit the plus key and make an ellipse, and make this one bigger by holding down the shift key. And then that's a pretty neat little, I like that graphic right there. Freehand tool, even though I don't have very much artistic ability, I'm just going to kind of sweep that. I can't really see what I'm doing. And then kind of sweep down and then sweep up. And you're going to be amazed when I get the the smoothing tool is smoothing it out, because I had my freehand tool set on 100, but we're still going to smooth it out a little bit. That's too big. Let's make it like 0.25. And let's just smooth this out a little bit. You've got to click on it till you see the nodes. We're going to change that right here. We're going to make another ellipse and hit Control D, holding down the shift key. And see what I'm doing? Now I'm going to take away, I'm going to fill this in with the Smart Fill tool. And then I'm going to take this back, holding down the shift key. And see, that way this thing will kind of be around that key, around that hole, and kind of look like the purpose. Let's make it red. Now, I want to do one more up here. It's just a little teardrop. That might be a good one for the, I'm going to make a little jig in the road and go like that. I'm going to go ahead and get the artistic media tool, and I'm going to pick well, it's not giving me the strokes available. No strokes available. There, that's what I wanted. I don't know why it's not showing the strokes. Not really thick enough. So we get the artistic media tool back and make it a little thicker. See how it looks pretty cool? And you could adjust this with the shape tool before you do anything. Maybe make it like that. Maybe not have quite such a sharp turn. Now we need to go to object. I got to select it all. Go to object, break the artistic media apart. I'm going to left click, right click. And why in the, there it is. You just can't see it. So we'll delete it. And then let's move this back. That gives it a little bit of a flare. Now, we want that the same thing on both of them. So what I'm going to do is make the plus key and move that over. Of course, I want to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and that gives me a complete unit. I can hand move it now. But on this one, remember we nudged a certain amount, so I'm going to grab that one and nudge it over. Grab these things and nudge it over. I didn't really have to make them two different colors. But there you have both sides, and they have identical patterns. And, you know what? When I made that bigger, I made a mistake. Because that's thicker than 1/8 inch wood now. Because when I made it bigger, I should have waited. But that's very easily to do. Let's get the parallel dimension tool. I thought, man, that looks really thick. Parallel dimension tool and go from right there to right there. See, we're at almost a 1/2 inch. Pretty easily fixed, and I've got a little mistake right there. So what I can do is, let's just take this line and cut it out. And that one I can't cut out. But also, now that, if you remember, that's all one piece now. So I can hit P. No, I hit delete. Hit P to put it in the center of the page. And go ahead and so I made an error. So what you want to do is take this one, take both these and break it apart. And by doing that, we can get rid of this 1/2 inch line. And we'll go ahead and, probably shouldn't do this, but take a 2-point line and just connect that. take the Smart Fill tool. The Smart Fill will make a new shape. And I'm going to left click and make this one in red and then hit P. So now they're on top of each other. So don't ever do that with this. I'm trying to get to the zoom tool. Now let's take that 1/8 inch piece of wood. So 0.125, no, 0.125. There's our 1/8 inch. And you know what, for a second, I'm going to hit P and then move it over, holding down the control button. Kind of get it in this spot right here. And let's make it you know, you could actually have these things longer. Let me see how tall this thing is. So this holder is, you know what, just for grins, let's make it 8 inches. And then let's make this line 8 inches. And then we can take our 2-point line, holding down the control button. I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to change my nudge factor to 4 inches. That way it'll go right to the half. So what we're going to do, just like we did before, make a duplicate of that guy and move it over. Delete this top one and all this. Take the Smart Fill tool, fill that in. Once again, I've got a bottom on this, which no, I don't. It worked good. So left click, and we're almost through, so I'm going to make it a hairline. So we deleted the top. Now let's delete the bottom. Virtual segment delete key. Just delete these 3 lines. Take the Smart Fill tool, fill that in, nudge it over, left click, right click, and there are your 2 pieces. And then as soon as you're done, delete that. You can freehand this around because it's all one group. And that will slide into there. You could, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make this line a little bit longer on both sides. It won't affect the look. This will be perfect, but just in case you had a little wobble, because this is going to be at a 45-degree angle. And I've got a little bit of something I don't like right there, but that's okay. Anyway, just an idea, and maybe it'll help somebody draw one day. And